This is Carl at SRV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Gray Wolf travel trailer, and the model number is 23DBH. Okay, so this isn't a sales video, it's more of a how-to video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. See, you've got power stabilizers. I'll show you the switches when we get around to them. This door here goes into the bathroom. Right? You have a power awning with LED. This is your black tank flush here. Your black tank, of course, is toilet water and waste, and your black dump valve is right over on the other side of the trailer with the gray, along with the port that you hook your dump hose onto. But in order to flush the black tank, you would bring the hose, the garden type hose, from the dump station over to here and screw it onto here. But the important thing to remember with the black tank flush is that, like it says on the sticker, do not turn on the water to this until or unless you have the dump valve on the black tank open, because if you have it closed too much, pressure can build up and it can be a mess. So you want to always make sure that that valve is open before you flush it out. Okay? All right. You also have outside speakers, of course, and TV hookup, and that's a vent for the range hood. A little refrigerator, and this here, excuse me, it's hard to really get it to function with, or show it to you with the camera with the light on, but you can't see it with it off either, so we're kind of lost here. But there's a solar panel on the roof. Right now there's 13.5 volts DC in the system, and basically it's just, this is the controller for the solar panel right here. It just tells you basically what's happening. So, okay. The most important thing it's going to tell you is how many volts DC are in the system, and how many volts or how many amps DC are being gained from the sunlight and stored in your battery. Those are the two most important things. Now, this has cameras on it, but I don't. You talk to your salesperson, or I don't think it comes with a monitor, so you'll have to look into that, or they'll look into it for you. You purchased it without a battery, so I'm just going to leave the customer's old battery on there till for you, if that's okay. And we have 2 LP tanks with an automatic changeover regulator. Okay, you have a power tongue jack, of course. If the power tongue jack ever fails, you can pull this rubber plug, and you can put a socket on there or whatever to crank it manually to get yourself out of trouble. All right. Over here is your water heater. The water heater works either on 110 or 120 AC or LP gas. To turn on the heating element, it's right here. If you can see that switch right there, you would turn it on, and there's an electric heating element behind there. And then the switch for the gas burners inside the trailer. I'll show you that when we get in there. Right now this is empty because it's winterized, so make sure you put water in it before you use it. That's very important, okay? Never run the water heater without water in it. But I'll show you the switch to light it on gas when we get inside. That's just campground cable through. You have a Schwinn-Tech type slide room. And here's your other water hookups here. This is the city water hookup, which is the most common way to get water to the trailer. You just hook the hose on there, turn it on, and you're all set. This cap, if you're camping someplace without city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here, and then you can use the onboard pump to pump the water. All the plumbing in your trailer will work as though you have city water. You'll just be pumping from the tank. So you got 2 ways, 2 options there. Comes with a 30-foot, 30-amp shore cord, as you can see. This is just an outside shower right here, and a light. Okay. Your dump valves, black is the on the right. The larger valve is always the black one, so keep that in mind. Yeah, this one has the proper colored handles on it, but the black is always the larger one. Almost always. Okay. You have a housing for a backup camera here, if you wanted to add one on. The manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 90 days, so keep that in mind. I was up there, I looked around, it's in really, really good shape. But you want to keep after it after you take possession of it. You're gonna look and see if there's any damage caused by to the roofing material or roofing attachments caused by, low branches or road debris flying up there or anything like that. You want to look at the sealant and make sure there's no cracking or separation where water can get through, that sort of thing. Just protecting your investment. The bottom line is you can't see what's happening up there unless you look, so you got to look. Let me come back around. I mentioned, let's see here. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, let's go inside. Also keep in mind there's a gas hookup right here, a quick connect to the LP system. If you ever want to add on a grill or a griddle or something, you can get the hose and everything, and you can connect it to the system right there. Okay, so let's go inside here. Okay, so your control panel, you have your power awning here. In and out, never leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in. First, let me get the lights on here. You can see right there, it's very simple, but like I said, if you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in. And then this one here is for your slide room. And then you have your water pump here. We talked about the water pump. Use that to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You also use that to winterize the trailer. That's to light your water heater on gas, right? Remember I showed you that there's a switch in the lower left hand corner on the outside that you use for the electric heating element. And then you can check all your levels here. So, okay. TV hookup, obviously. This is now, you want to turn this on when you're using it. There's a LED, you can barely see it, but it's green. That's telling you your digital antenna is turned on. You have a fireplace, and you can change this. This is a good space heater, so you can change the color of the crystals, you can change the temperature, that sort of thing. So it's a good space heater also. When it comes to your table, you can drop it down onto these cleats, turn it into a bed, of course. The keys will be hanging right here. Your microwave works like any other microwave. There's your range hood. I showed you the vent outside, right? You want that vent opened up. The one on the outside, there's a baffle on it. You want to free it up with your index finger or your thumb if you're running the fan here. And there, if you let that baffle flap freely, it'll vent to the outside, which you want to do, obviously. You also have a light here. These all work the same. You have a sparker here. Turn it clockwise to spark it. You got 3 knobs for the burners, then you got the oven knob. Let's go like this. Now this might be, it might take a few minutes to get the gas up to this because it was just put on, so we're not going to worry about it. But the whenever you hook the tank up, there's going to be a little air bubble you have to work past. Also, keep in mind that this one's for the oven, and looks like the oven's never been used once. We see that all the time. And back at the bottom here, there's a pilot light back there. And let's see if I can spark it so you can see it. And so you're going to take this, and you go to the picture of the flame, and then you depress it. You keep it depressed while you're lighting it. You spark it till you see the pilot light down there light. Once it lights, you hold it for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. And once that happens, you can go to your operating temperature, and it'll cycle as an oven does. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, of course, but so does the pilot light. So you have to light the pilot light each time you use the oven. We get them sometimes years and years old that they've never been used, but this one has not been used. So you also can shut your, you have the awning or the oven light on there too, okay? Okay. Always travel with this in the down position and let these cool down, of course, before you put the glass in the down position. Okay, so this down here, let's see what we got here. This is telling you your voltage here, DC voltage. This is the power converter here. This converts AC to DC power. So on this side you got circuit breakers, and they're 120 AC, and you have they're all labeled here, just like you'd see at home. Then on this side you have 12 volt DC fuses, and they're all labeled. Okay, so what happens is when you're plugged into shore power, you have the 120 AC over here. It's converted to 12 volt DC here, so that's where your 12 volt comes from. And then this is a battery tender. It'll search your battery on the tongue and test it and see how much energy it has or needs. If it's topped off, it'll just trickle a couple amps up there. If it's low, it can send 10 amps or whatever's necessary. So it's a battery charger. So when it comes down to it, it's your AC and DC distribution center. It's an AC to DC power converter and a battery charger, and that's called the power converter. And this is a kill switch for your battery if you ever want to shut the battery off. All right. Okay. The refrigerator is 12 volt DC refrigerator, so it runs on 12 volt DC. Let me look. Probably here it is over here. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If not, get it serviced. It's obviously very important. And then you have your bunks, of course. Your thermostat is very simple. You just push the mode button, and I'm just going to shut it off, for example, right there. So there you have it. You select air conditioning or whatever you want from there. When it comes to your shower and bathroom, it's pretty typical of all of them. There's nothing special about the shower or the vanity. The toilet is typical. It's got a flush pedal right here. It sits right over a black tank. So when you get to your campsite, you hook up your power and your water, of course. Then you're going to come here and you're going to put a dose of chemical right in the toilet bowl. Then you'll step on the pedal to hold it down till you put at least a gallon of water in there along with the chemical, and you're all set and ready to go. If you don't do that, it'll get clogged up and it'll be a real mess. So you always want to start with your chemical and at least a gallon of water. This is a GFCI plug. Remember, all the plugs in here, even the ones that are just regular duplexes, they're still wired through a GFCI. So anytime you can't get one to work, you always think GFCI, okay? Alrighty. What else do we have here? Escape window, which is typical. You can push it through, all the way through. Then you grab a hold of this and pull the screen out, and you can escape in an emergency. Or just use it for ventilation if you choose. Get this back on with one hand. There we go. You have some storage underneath your bed and the usual stuff. Nothing unique. Okay. Alrighty. So let me look and see if I forgot anything. I think we pretty much got it covered. This is your sound. I guess I didn't mention this. This is AM/FM radio. It has a USB drive on it, so you can take all your MP3s with you and that sort of thing. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone or tablets. Inside speakers and outside speakers. It has a HDMI in if you need to go in to the system. Let's say you've got your TV hooked up and you have a portable Blu-ray player or something. You can go right into the system really easily through there. So it does everything you need for sure. Okay. Alrighty. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof every 90 days or so. Just keep an eye on it. Make sure everything's in good shape up there. Also, this is winterized right now, so there's antifreeze in the system and the water heater's empty. So make sure you fill the water heater with water before you turn it on, okay? Thank you very much.